Okay, like that. So our scene 4 is also ready like this. Okay, so now our this much animation is ready, and now after this I want to create a 3D cube comes with the help of this. So for that what we can do over here is that I have this nucleus over here, and I want this should go out of this, and then it should form a cube. So for that what we can do, instead of moving this nucleus, I'm going to select my scene 4, which is this one, and I'll move this from here to here. So press P for position first of all, and let's check out this animation. At this animation this is happening like this, then PSP for position, and we will create one keyframe, then go somewhere around up to this, and by holding shift I'm going to move this from here to here like that. Now let's select those keyframe, and we are going to hit F9 over here to easily ease those keyframe. Go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift we can move this handle over here, and we can move this handle over here. So if you see this now, we will get something like this. But instead of adjusting the graph editor right now, I'll select this and I'm going to hit F9 again, because I need to adjust this graph editor a little bit later. Okay, now there should be some kind of energy that should come out of this nucleus when this is moving. So for that what we can do, I'm going to select my rectangle tool, and I'm going to delete this stroke. I don't need that stroke. And for the fill I'm going to choose linear gradient and simply hit OK. Then go to the color options, and instead of white I'm going to select something sort of blue color. Over here as well I'm going to choose blue color, but from here I'm going to reduce the opacity of it and simply hit OK. And then simply create this kind of shape out of this. Then press Ctrl Alt Home, go to the align tab and bring align vertically. Then go to the rectangle one, rectangle path, unlink this size, and let's increase this size over here like that. Okay, after that select this, press Y for pen behind tool, and by holding Ctrl I'm going to bring this anchor point over here. Then press V again, and we will click on this and make sure to be it like that. So after clicking this and hit OK, you will get these two handles. All you need to do is simply bring this handle over here which has less opacity, and bring this handle over here, so you will get this kind of energy bar. And let's select this and hit enter, and we will call it as energy. And let's bring this downwards over here, or you can bring this after this nucleus, and select this, and you can make it apparent with this nucleus over here as well. Let's select this energy bar, and with the help of open square bracket move this over here. Press S for scaling option, create one keyframe and unlink this, and go somewhere around over here like this. And let's make this value again, click over here, go over here, and let's create another keyframe. Now go to the start, and we have to make this value 0. At this point we have to make this value 0 again. So if you see this now, we will get this kind of structure. Now select those keyframe, and let's hit F9 to ease those keyframes like that. So you will see we are getting this kind of structure. And now you can go to the graph editor, you can select this graph. By holding shift, move one handle over here and move one handle over here, so you will get something like this. Okay, over here. And at this point what we can do, I'm going to select this nucleus, I'll press S, create one keyframe. At this point I'm going to reduce this size of this to somewhere a little bit over here. Okay, like that. So if you want, you can make this very small like this as well. Okay, and now our this scene is also ready, so hit U like that. So we'll get this. And now at this point our scene 5 should start to get animated. So let's try to do that. I'm going to close this structure, and I'm going to press Ctrl N, and I'm going to call it as scene 05 and hit OK. Then again I'm going to press Ctrl N, and this is going to be my box. So let's call it as box, or you can call it as slide as well, but right now let's go with the box. And width I'm going to choose 500, height also 500, and simply hit OK. Now I'm going to bring my nucleus comp over here, and I'll press S for scaling option, and I'll scale it somewhere around like this. Okay, either you can bring this nucleus comp or you can bring your atom comp over here. Where is my atom comp? Which is this one, and you can bring this comp over here like that. So you will get this kind of structure over here. And if you want, you can go to the effect and presets panel and you can search for wiggle position effect as well. Okay, so we will get some wiggly effect. Then you can press Ctrl Y to create one solid background, and let's choose black color background like that. Then we am going to select my rectangle. Let's delete this fill and choose solid color. Go to the fill, select this picker, and I'm going to pick up this kind of bluish color and hit OK. Then I'm going to select my rounded rectangle and simply double click to create this kind of rectangle. Go to the rectangle one, rectangle path, and we are going to increase this roundness of this, okay, and bring this downwards, okay. But if you see this, we are not seeing our atom properly because of this color is very light. So let's try to choose somewhere around darkish color like that. So okay, over here, so we are getting this kind of structure. Okay, now after that we will go to the scene 5 and I'm going to bring this box over here, or instead of bringing this box, let's try to do one thing. Let's press Ctrl N again and we are going to call it as side. Okay, now width of this should be 1080 and height also 1080. Then press Ctrl 0 and we are going to bring our box composition over here like that. Now I need 3 box over here, so let's bring our calculator. Let's type 1080 divided by 3, which comes 360. So what we can do, I'm gonna go in box composition, I'll press Ctrl K, and instead of width 500, I'm going to just type 360 and height also 360. But the size of this is increasing, so what you can do, you can right click new and create one null object, select all of them, make it a parent with this null 6, select this null 6, press S, and let's decrease the size of it according to your needs. I'm going to bring this somewhere around like this. Okay, and simply delete that null object and enable this icon as well. Okay, so you will get proper atom structure over here. If you don't want that, that is also okay. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I'll save this file. Now let's go to the slide. Okay, let's select this and don't change the size. Go to the align tab, align it left and then align it top. Then make sure to enable the snapping tool, hit Ctrl D, bring this over here, hit Ctrl D, bring this over here. Okay, like that. So then select all of them, hit Ctrl D, bring this over here, hit Ctrl D, bring this over here like that. Okay, now let's select this box and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, double click to open this, select this shape, and over here let's try to choose a little bit more darker color. Then go to the slide, select those alternate boxes, and by holding Alt simply replace those boxes. But if you see, don't to replace it like that. So instead of selecting like this, I'm going to select let's select this, hold shift, select this box, and let's select this box, and yeah, and by holding Alt I'm going to replace these boxes, so I'll get this kind of structure. Okay, so we'll get something like this. Again, select this and hit Ctrl D to duplicate, double click to open this. Instead of this color, I'm going to choose somewhere around this color. Okay, then go to the slide, I'm going to select this, this and this, and by holding Alt I'm going to replace this box 3 with this. Okay, so now we have this kind of boxes. Now let's go to the box or slide over here. As you guys can see, in slide we have all this 1 2 3 boxes. Okay, now let's go to the scene 5 and we are going to bring our slide over here like that. Press S and let's decrease the size of this somewhere